Like you can see what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Dag really. But we have made it to the EV test track. So what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna get some footage of this and then I'll take some test rides later. So let's go around this way. I'm sorry, I'm in people's way here. Let me kind of mixed up here on what I want to do. So we'll just get some footage for now, and then we'll take test rides later. But it's a pretty big course. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to figure out how I can get in here. This might be a better look. See, it's a pretty big course. Now you can't drive it. That's one gripe that I do have. I know Electrified Expo, you can actually drive the cars. And I think that the auto show should actually take especially on media day, they should take notes from the Electrified Expo and let the press and media test drive the cars, especially on a course like this. And I'll definitely get some test rides later. I do want to take a test drive, believe it or not, in the Daytona EV, the Dodge Daytona. And I think it's making all kind of headlines right now. And that's the car that you actually hear coming around. It's coming around now, a silver one. It's actually pretty loud, believe it or not. And this place is actually pretty big down here. And you can hear that Dodge Daytona. You hear that? Wow. Okay. So if you hear that rumble in the back, some people argue that it's not a rumble. That is the Dodge Daytona EV. And it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound bad. Again, some people aren't into the fake noise coming out of EV cars. And what people don't realize is that a lot of cars already have fake sound pumped in through the speakers. Okay, let's see. It's pulling up. And there's a shot of the Daytona right there. All right, we'll see if we can get a ride in that later. But I want to show y'all something else. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what it's all about for me. Look at that. This is when Mitsubishi was in its heyday. I'm talking about an Evo. Right next to its rival, the STI. More Subarus. I mean, you look at this. Hondas. This is the type of stuff that I like, man. I'm a tuner guy. I do like muscle cars, but I'm a big fan of tuner cars. I pretty much tuned up my car as much as I could without putting a turbo or a supercharger on it. I'm not going to do that. But look at these sexy cars, man. I'm telling you, look at that. Look. This is when Subaru was doing something, you know. And you got the Evo in the back. This is when Mitsubishi was putting out some cars. I don't know what they're doing right now. I really don't. I really don't know what they're doing right now. Look at this right here. A classic coming up. The Mazda? Are you kidding me? The RX-7? One of my favorite cars ever. Another one. It just seemed like cars used to have just so much more style. Right now, a lot of stuff is just cookie cutter. Look at that. Pop-up headlights, not a big fan of the stance on it, but to each his own. GTR. You got the Paul Walker right here. How clean that is. And I'm sorry, I can't really see the comments right now. But again, thank you so much for coming in. Like, sub to the channel. And this is just part of what I do. You know, I love riding EUCs. I love cars. Anything dealing with that, whether it's a gas car, an electric car, it doesn't matter. I'm just an enthusiast all the way around. Hopefully my voice is coming through good because I am down in the lower part of the Javits. This is the 2025 Auto Show in New York City at the Javits Center. I'm doing press day. And I try to do this show every year. Got the NSX right here. Again, one of another favorite car of mine. Let's see if we can flip around to the other side. Right now, I'm just trying to give you a view of what I see instead of just taking a bunch of video footage and editing it up and then, you know, think it's, and I will do that. Like I'll run back up and grab my other camera and we'll take and do it. No, look at this right here. Look at this. A freaking CRX, man. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I'm telling you, this is what car culture is all about. And the way things are going now, with all the regulations coming down and stuff, it's like, I don't even see how you can get away with modding a car now. The emissions are so tight. You know, you can get a ticket if your exhaust is too loud. But look how clean that is. Look how clean that is. Got some lift on the trucks here. I'm going to be here for 2 days. I got to come tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of shooting, man. I don't know. But I'm going to have a good time. So what we'll do, we're going to look at the one side of the EV test track as the cars come around. And let's see what we got coming around here. I do want people, I know, don't kill me. I want people to hear the Dodge Daytona EV because the car, it's like, it doesn't sound bad. I know it's fake sound. It's synthetic sound, but it doesn't sound as bad as people are making it out to be. And I'll probably get some comments for that. It's a nice looking car. It really, really is. But I think the gripe that people have with it is it's not meeting their expectations as far as the price. You know, that thing's almost $70,000 and some of the tech on it is outdated. So that could be a major, I mean, it is a problem. I mean, these things, I saw some of the Daytona EVs selling for $37,000. That's crazy. And it's a $67,000 to $70,000 car. Let me spin it around. It's a Caddy right there. It's a little bit congested. It seems like last year, the track was flowing a little bit better. I think because it's the first day. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Now, I'm not sure what mode it's in. Sport mode, maybe. I don't think it's in track mode, but here it is. Here's the Daytona EV. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I want to get some flack. To be quite honest, the car sounds better than the majority of the cars on the road, because most cars don't have any sound to it. It is. So I don't think it sounded bad. Again, I'm not sure what mode it's in. If it's in, I don't think that is track mode though. I think track mode might be actually louder. That might be sport mode. But I'm gonna have to take a test drive just to make sure to verify that. But it didn't sound bad. I thought it sounded pretty good. Would I buy one of those? Would I ride it or deny it? Well, if you could pick up one of those things for $37,000, I would ride it. But would I pay $67,000 to $70,000 for a Dodge Daytona EV? No, I would have to deny that. I would not pay that much for the Daytona EV. I think Dodge made a mistake with that. I think that they should have stuck with just the V8s and the Hellcats and Chargers and Challengers. And if they wanted to go EV, they had more than enough older vehicles that aren't in production that they could have pulled back in. The Dodge Shadow, the Dodge Spirit, the Duster, things like that. They could have resurrected one of those cars and made it EV. But do not taint the Challenger, the Hellcats, the Scat Packs. Do not make those cars EV. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know why, but I do believe that we'll go look at the Dodge booth a little bit later, but I do think that the big boys are coming back for 2026 because Dodge took a major hit gambling on the Daytona EV. Beautiful looking car, but it's not worth $67,000 to $70,000. Now, if you can get a good deal on it at like $37,000, that might be a pickup for you. But I don't know. That's a personal choice. But the car did not sound bad. So I will see y'all in a little bit again. I'm going to be popping on and off with these lives. Again, thank you so much. Sub to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. And you know what? I think I'll pop up at the Dodge booth and see what's cooking up there next.